You guys are so cool. Good morning, guys. So we got an early start this morning. Well, not super early, but we left our campsite there at that trailhead where we left you in our last video at about 8:30 this morning. And we took like an hour-and-a-half drive through some single track roads, over some rolling hills. We made it to some 2-lane roads every once in a while. Sheep everywhere, beautiful views of the locks and the coastline, and just kind of a peaceful drive. It did get a little bumpy and swervy in some places. Had to get Kurt to slow down a little bit. But we have made it to our next destination. We are here on the Isle of Skye in Scotland. If you haven't been following the last few videos, now you know where we are. And we have a hike. It is a little bit adventurous for me. There should be some pretty good elevation going in and coming out. But it's along the beautiful northwest coast, or maybe the central west coast of the Isle of Skye. And that's where we're headed. So let's go, guys. Good morning.
We are going for a walk, and we have some more beautiful coastal views with these cliffs. And this is going to be a little peninsula we get to walk out on. There's going to be a little bit of altitude, so it'll likely be a challenging walk for Snow. But we get to go all the way sort of out on this peninsula, and well, we'll see what the views are, but it's supposed to be gorgeous. I think there's a lighthouse too there, so excited about all that. A couple things early on about this hike. Number one, it is windy and it is chilly. It's probably in the low 40s, I would think.
And number two, Kurt doesn't know yet, but this looks like a pretty steep up and down. So to conserve my energy, he's gonna be doing most of the talking today, because walking and talking, that just kind of takes my breath away a little bit. So Kurt, you're on.
And as you can see right away, it's a steep descent and probably not too bad going down, but this is going to be quite a mountain for Snow to climb on the way out. You got your Mickey Mouse ears on today.
Yeah. I got out, I got right back in and bundled up more.
Snow's employing her zigzag technique, and that's a technique she learned long ago from her hiking experience, and that takes pressure off her knees. And we messed up and forgot the walking sticks today, and so she's employing some strategic moves to take some pressure off her knees. So there's a little pointer for all you people who have knee problems.
Yeah, zigzag.
Zigzag.
In a world of green, just like a dream, you and I standing wild and free, with petals so golden, the sun's warm kiss, a love so strong, a bliss. Whispers of the breeze, secrets unfold. It's you that I need, it's you that I want. When the world gets cold, it's you and me. When the sun comes back, you'll see. Oh, dandelion, the strength that you've shown, stronger each year. Look how we hold on through the toughest of times. We still stand strong. Through pavement we will grow. Forever we will grow.
All right, there goes Kurt. He's gonna go up this next hill, wrap around the corner, and hopefully be able to get you guys to the lighthouse. I'm calling it quits right here, because I still got to climb back up to there. So I'm going to rest a few minutes, take in this beauty, and then we'll start the climb up. It's gonna be a slow one. What a beautiful place. So some ladies we met on the trail said this is referred to as the end of the world. I get it.
So as we turn around the corner, we're immediately greeted by the lighthouse and the rest of the peninsula. So you kind of come over a hump right there where I left Snow, and then you come back down the other side. And there's a few more little ups and downs through here to get out to the lighthouse. But we can see just the tops of these jaggedy cliffs as we walk along here. And anywhere through here, you can sort of just walk over and take a look out over the edge. And I gotta say, I love cliffs. We love the water, we love the ocean. And so this is kind of the best. It is pretty windy, unfortunately. I don't think I'll be able to pop the drone, but we're definitely in a beautiful place, having a great time.
All right, guys, I know it's windy. I don't know if our microphones are able to block all this wind or not. Hopefully it's not horrible, but I've started to walk back. I gotta come up this trail, and then guys, I gotta walk up those stairs to way up there. Holy cow. All right, we can do it. Slow and steady. Let's go.
So we made it out to the lighthouse, and it's stunning, but if we look back, you can see that little peak, that little cliff face, if you will, and then there's some people up on top of the cliff in the back, and that's where we're parked, up on top of that. And so that's the climb Snow has out of there. But I made it down here almost to the end, but there's one more cool thing I wanted to show you, and that is if you look down here, you'll see where all these people have stacked up these rocks. And again, this looks a little bit like the Giant's Causeway back in Northern Ireland. Not quite as pronounced and hexagonal, maybe not even the same kind of stone, but it's pretty cool. We're gonna walk around on that.
All right, third of the way up, guys. Third of the way up. Break number 2. Technically 3. I took a break before I started the climb. I anticipate like 3 or 4 more breaks. It's pretty steep, so I'm stopping about every 50 feet to catch my breath. But look at this. It is so worth it. Look at how beautiful it is. Wow, unbelievable. There's the stairs back there behind me, and we are almost to the top, guys. Look how close. Whew. Look how close. We're gonna get it. Whew. We made it, but we don't have the van keys. We left those with Kurt, and he's still out there. So we found a comfortable rock, and we'll wait on him right here.
If you look up on top there, you can see our van right up on top of the hill. The end of the world, as Scotland knows it. Look at this, guys. How phenomenal has the UK been? A big shout out to your beautiful country. We've been in all 4 of the constituent countries, and just overall blown away with the diversity here in the UK, and we're so thankful for all your warm hospitality. The people here have just been amazing, and it's probably also a good time to say thank you to all you guys who watch our videos. It's so important to us. The views are kind of how we get the commercials that make the money that keeps us on the road. So without you, we really can't continue on with the journey. And so we love having you guys with us for the sake of being here. But wow, man, just wanted to say thank you guys for being here with us. What an incredible place. Scotland, I gotta tell you, you are bringing it. But we are not done, guys. I gotta hurry up back to the van because I was supposed to give the key to Snow and she's gonna climb out. So I have the key to the van, so I gotta really hurry to get back here. But we have more magical stuff in Scotland. So guys, if you haven't subscribed or turn your notifications on, please do. This journey continues.
We are reunited back in the van, out of this wind. We're hungry. It's lunchtime now, but I'm gonna try to drive a little ways to get us out of this wind. So maybe we can open the door for the kitties. Or at least the van won't be rocking, because it's windy out here, isn't it, Kurt?
It's windy and there's other people wanting to park here,
Yeah,
so it's really the
parking.
courteous thing to do.
Yeah, courteous thing to do.
The courteous
The
one.
courteous one. Let's get on the road.
Well, that was our last major event here on the Isle of Skye, but we are going to go a different way on the way out. But I think based on what we learned, there's going to be plenty of sheep. And since we're on a single track road, there's going to be plenty of stopping and pulling over.
Yeah,
and Snow gets the wonderful pleasure of driving on the single track.
Yeah.
There are a lot of little pull-offs. And so in some cases it's easier than other areas, but you get a long piece like this up on the slope and it's a long way and there's guardrails. So it's kind of a blind corner and well, it's difficult to see around there. So you can see coming up right here, here's a little pull-off. And so that would be a passing place. But now we got to come up around the corner right here and we can't see up around there. And so you just kind of got to take your time and ease along. And both ways have to do that. And here's another little passing place. And so that's how it works. All up and down through here, there's all these passing places. So as a driving strategy, one of the things I do is I'm always looking ahead and trying to measure the distance between me and the vehicle and the next pull-off place. And so that's kind of how I do it as I go through here. And it's really a timing thing, and both cars kind of have to spot each other and work together. And some are a little bit more conservative and will pull off way in front of you and stop. And then some, like the tour bus drivers or whatever, who are a little bit more comfortable, will gauge the distance a little bit differently.
Well, and the locals, they know where the pull-offs are, so they might dart ahead to squeeze into one because they're comfortable knowing it's there.
But the point is, you always need to be out on the lookout because there are a lot of blind corners on these single tracks. But I do have to say the countryside is beautiful. We're passing through all loads of sheep and even some cows. And then the countryside, I guess these farms are scattered with these white houses, and most of them are painted white with sort of A-frame roofs. I'm not sure the technical name of these roof types, but they're pretty cool houses scattered throughout here. Real pretty countryside. Wow, we really are enjoying the Isle of Skye, and some of the best bits are just driving.
One thing I want to add, if you're driving one of these big vans on these little roads, these pullouts might only have room for 1 or 2 cars, which means you're going to fill the whole thing up. So the only reason I'm telling you that is because we know a lot of people come over here and they're not used to this, and we've been driving them a while and we're used to them. And right now I have on my butt, riding our tail, a giant motorhome. So if we come around these curves and we have a pull-off, then there's no room for 2 of us to pull into that pull-off. So if you happen to rent a van or you're a newbie over here, you want to keep a little more distance between you if you're long, because some of these are just Just enough for one car to pull into. Black sheep, black sheep. Oh, they're so cute. Look at him. Oh, he's solid black. We have found the perfect little pull-off on the side of the road for lunch. We're surrounded by sheep and rolling hills. Kurt's whipping up something that smells delicious. What's going on back there, Chef?
We're gonna have a little sort of minced burger. A burger, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
Yummy.
With some onions and some asparagus tips.
Sounds yummy. Vanna's gonna get a little sunshine, a little vitamin D on the dash. I don't even think she realizes she's surrounded by sheep.
Scotland and the Isle of Skye. I put this right up there, Snow. This is just absolutely breathtaking.
Well, I don't think we've told you guys, but that hike we did this morning, we're had to do the steep stairs. That is our last adventure out here on the Isle of Skye. We are heading across the island now. We drove a little bit along the coast, and it was absolutely stunning everywhere you looked. And I think Kurt's told you we just hope the pocket can pick it up and show it to you guys. But now we're cutting across the island and we're headed back to the big bridge. So we're leaving Skye, but this drive, I mean, when people say the Isle of Skye is special, they are not kidding. Everywhere you look, you've got some sort of different texture. It could be grass, rolling hills, cliffs, rocks, rivers. And the way these little fingers, I think they call all of them locks here, come in from the sea, it's just wow. And then every once in a while just a building or a small little village will pop up out there.
And then you get like these green fields, and then all of a sudden you get all the autumn colors.
And I will never get tired of looking out there and seeing little white puffballs all over the place. Sheep everywhere.
I mean, early on we heard there was a statistic that there was 10 sheep for every person.
Every resident.
And we can confirm that is, yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're so fluffy.
So fluffy. We are almost off the Isle of Skye. We need some fuel. So we're stopping at the gas station. It is 138.7. So $1.39 or £1.39 per liter. So you have to times that by 4 and turn it into gallons, and then you got to turn the pounds into dollars. So we will put it on the screen with the diesel on the Isle of Skye in Scotland in the month of October 2024, what it cost, diesel per gallon. So we're almost to the big bridge that will take us back to the mainland. We have to stop at the grocery store, and then we think we have a camp about 10 minutes the other side of the grocery store, which will make our kitty happy. G-Money, you ready to get to a campsite? I think I've picked out one where you can have a walk. That's the hope, yeah. Yeah, you're gonna hopefully get a walk. What do you think? Almost done with Skye, almost done. All right, we held 64 liters. It is 89 pounds total. Kurt's headed in to pay. Our day's winding down, which is good because it's getting late.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Yes, it is.
We thought we were done with Skye and we're just cruising down the road, and all of a sudden I look over to the left, and perched up on a little hill is a
Scottish coo! One of the fuzzy cows! Like he's meant to just be there and photographed. That's not what it's for. Because we had to find a place to turn around, pull off the side of the road, climb through a ditch, all kinds of craziness. But did we get a perfect shot of a beautiful red fuzzy Scottish coo?
He was just like sitting there looking right at us, and in the background was like just a beautiful mountains.
Oh, yeah.
And you could, it was like
Perfect!
yeah, I was like, stop!
There was some navigating that had to happen, but we were not missing that. It was too perfect.
Anyway, we're back on the road to try to find your campsite. Bye, bye, Mr. Scotland. Bye.
If you liked this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us a lot. And if you want to see more of our videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you know when new videos come out. We'll see you guys in a few days from somewhere out here in the world. Cheers.